What is going on, guys? It's Chris here from SpartanJesters, and today I'm with Dan.
12.
And today we're going to talk about the Ask Us Anything, picking our three favorites out of it. We're going to talk about player movement, and we're going to talk about, drumroll please, hashtag 23, video of the week. So Dan, what was the video of the week about? What did Bethesda or
I
Cinemax
don't
do?
know, but I know what the question of the week was, you noob.
God, what was the
Yeah,
question of the week?
Char. It was obviously like if you could have anyone from Oblivion or Skyrim or any previous Elder Scrolls thing, any character that is, and play with them in ESO, who would it be?
Dragon. And the story. Just a dragon. Any dragon wouldn't give a shit, just a dragon.
It has to be a character, it can't just
I
be
don't
a
care.
dragon.
Um, Alduin. I don't care. I don't care if it's impossible. I want him.
Well,
End of story.
shame you picked someone who's not even as powerful as the character I was gonna pick.
Okay, who are you gonna pick?
Obviously, the first mud crab you fight when you come out of the sewers in Oblivion,
Fuck
Char.
you win. You win.
Exactly. It was harder to fight him than it was any freaking
Well, we
dragon.
know there's gonna be mud crabs from the leaked footage that we saw, so you might be a bit happy.
Yeah, but I know, but it's not the mud crab.
How do we know?
Because no mud crab would be that easy to fight if he was
Okay.
the mud crab.
Okay. So, guys, let us know in the comments below on what you want to see, even if it's impossible, like my dragon. Now we picked three Ask Us Anything questions out, and our favorite. The three of them were: are we going to encounter Dragonborns in the Elder Scrolls Online, or learn to shout ourselves by Hawk Bulmer? And the answer was
Hawk Boomer.
the Hawk Bulmer.
Hawk.
The line of Raymond Cyrodiil of the Second Emperor was certainly Dragonborn, but they died out at the end of the First Era, and between the date of Elder Scrolls Online, no legitimate, in quoted commas, Dragonborn has been confirmed by being able to light the dragonfires in the Imperial City. So, in quoted legitimate, Dan.
Yeah, legitimate. So obviously it was like second removed first cousin of the Dragonborn of the third family of the stepfather.
So that means there might be like a demi-dragonborn, or
Yeah, you're gonna get all these like demi and then semi and then semi demi demi query and then be like half Dragonborn, half bear, and it'll just be like first row bear, and you'll be like, oh my god.
and then everyone would be dead, and there'd just be a bear sitting on the Imperial throne.
Pretty
So,
much.
they do say that there might be Dragonborns, the way they said legitimate, and we won't be able to learn shouts because they said it's considered a legend of the distant past. So, shouts and etc. aren't going to be in the Elder Scrolls Online, I don't think.
No, I can't imagine them
But
doing that.
the way they said legitimate Dragonborn, maybe you could go back in time with an Elder Scroll and see a Dragonborn use an ability like you could use in Skyrim. You could go back in time with the Elder Scroll.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what they mean by legitimate. I mean, it might be like those dragon priest things using like the kind of dragon magic, but not being dragonborns, you know?
Oh, yes. Yes, si, siente, Io-chan. I do get that.
Yeah.
The second question comes from Liberheld. He says, will there be some puzzles that require us to move around blocks to open up something? Will there be puzzles at all? Question mark.
And this
Explanation mark.
very, very elaborate answer states, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, I'm guessing that answer means yes. So, they're going to be implementing puzzles, which would be fucking awesome, because I love the Guild Wars 2 puzzles, but you didn't like them.
No.
Why was that, Dan?
Because every time I was just about to finish the puzzle and I double tapped W by accident, I would send myself hurtling off the building and die.
Well, let's hope that you can't do that well. You can't. We know that you could. Well, that's the last topic that we're going to talk about. You know that you can move dramatically or dynamically in the Elder Scrolls Online. So let's hope that there isn't going to be over complicated dodging, the way that you just kind of, I'm going to do it. Oh God, I fell off the roof.
Or oversimplify it and just be like, oh, so I'm just walking across some ledge and I just want to simply step to the right and oh god, there I am. Okay, so bye.
And then you're just dead. So there will be puzzles. So Dan, do you want to read the last and final question that we picked out?
Yeah,
It was
how
about
is crowd control going to be applied in massive PvPs? I.e., how often am I going to be able to get pulled, knocked down, staggered, rooted, or knocked away? And are there any crowd control immunities?
and the answer.
By Dara Gorban.
Dara Gorban, how you doing, Dara Gorban? Would you like some chicken?
I doubt he's Rastafarian, but yes, go on.
He says and answers, coordinating crowd control and immunities certainly is a big part of the strategy in massive PvP battles. There are many different types of crowd control, including all the ones you mentioned, as well as a variety of ways to cope with them. Here are some examples, in no particular order. Dan, what are they?
The heavy armor skill includes an ability called Immovable that costs stamina and makes you immune to stuns and knockbacks and staggers for 8
What's a
seconds.
stagger? Isn't that just kind of like you're kind of, oh god, I'm drunk. Blech.
I think, yeah, I just think it's like a slow. So instead of stuns, obviously just put you where you are, knockbacks send you back, and staggers just slow you coming forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is the CC Breaker is a core mechanic available to all players. So that means there will be a trinket, basically. If you are
Yeah, no,
thoroughly
we've
affected by crowd control ability, you can tap both mouse buttons to break out of it and become immune for 8 seconds. So, we now know that both mouse buttons is a trinket. There we go. So now, you heard
yeah,
it
well,
here
we spoke
first.
about this before. It just costs stamina, but obviously it'd be like quite a considerable amount. So sometimes it might be worth just sitting it out instead of using up your stamina and then not being able to do anything afterwards.
Yeah, so
So,
it's kind of like you have to use it wisely. If you get like a 2 second stun, you don't want to use it on that when you could break out of that and then get like a full 10 seconds.
yeah. I do wonder what the dodge button is then because
Now, that is our final topic. We might as well talk about it now. Player movement. Now, I showed Dan today actually a footage of us playing World of Warcraft in an arena, and it's just like the way you can move around is
like
the
you've
fact
got
that
like
you
all
can
these
move.
leaps
Yeah,
and
like that leap.
disengage.
I'll have the link to the video in the description. It's on Twitch. I heroic leaped away, and that literally won us the game. Because if I didn't, we'd be dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want this game to be like static, like people just running in and just swinging swords. I know it's not going to be a swinging sword aimlessly type of fight, but there needs to be that kind of depth where people are going to be like bouncing around, like you're going to be pulling them and they're going to be running away, and then you're going to be
Yeah.
stunning them and running back over to them, and they're going to break away and like spin behind
You want to
you.
be able
And
to like, let's say if a quote unquote rogue class or stealth setup can jump up behind you. Let's say one of the Nightblade's abilities are they can jump up behind you. Like if you're on a ledge, you want to be able to get away from that. So you want some sort of blink ability or roll ability.
yeah, it's not just that. They say they have all these stuns and things, but I mean,
We
stun.
don't
There's a
know any.
difference between stunning someone and then kind of like being able to have these fast movement spells like the
Yeah, exactly.
disengage or a blink or a pull or a freeze. Well, a freeze is a stun, but it's you know,
Now you know how synergies work. You know how they work, yeah.
yeah.
What if you had a full synergy and you use two CCs? You use two CCs to synergy together. Do you think that'd be possible to make like a massive CC? Like
I
let's say if
honestly, I hope not because I can imagine that it would just get ridiculous. Because I mean, if stuns stacked in things like World of Warcraft, you would have times where you're being feared for like 30 seconds or stunned for like 12.
so do you reckon
And
there'll be some sort of like some sort of like someone quote
I'm
unquote
sure
fears
they'll,
they
yeah, I'm sure they'll just have it so maybe if you're in a fear and you get stunned, you'll go into a stun. So
you break the
you
fear.
kind of have to kind of talk to each other and not just because that fears for like 7 seconds. Someone uses 2 second stuns and you'll just like win. I just got a shorter thing, but
Yeah,
I'm
precisely.
sure they'll work it out.
So, one of the awesome movement things, I've been playing a game recently, Neverwinter, and the movement in that is pretty good. The way that you can dodge out of the way by double tapping A or holding the shift button. Now, we talked about dodge already, but what I want to see from a dodging perspective is to be able to dodge not just forward, back, left, and right, but like diagonally, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like the idea of holding shift,
Or
double
control,
tapping, double tapping like forward, left, right, or back is kind of like four directions, not diagonally, like you said. So I mean, if you're kind of moving forward, right, and hold shift, that should be able to send you diagonally.
yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
I'd prefer if they could do something like that, then that would be good.
Now, guys, I think that's all we have to talk about this week, isn't it, Dan? Yeah.
Yes, but if you
Want to
just
add
hang on
something?
for a moment, we might have some questions from last week. Chris, do we have any?
I think we do. Let me just triple check. While I have your guys' attention now, while we're looking for these comments, check out the art on the screen now. It's done by Trashy AI, a fan of
Oh,
us.
this is
This is
amazing.
actually amazing. He
It
did send.
said quicker, but that I know that did not take a quickness time.
It took at least. He said, I'm gonna have to contact him. I think it took him about an hour
Yeah,
to
because
do.
it was fast forwarding and the video was like 10 minutes long. It was ridiculous. Um,
Rob Jones says, I've seen some leaked footage and graphics look quite bad. I hope that's just pre-beta polish. Oh,
yes, this
yeah,
was even
alpha. This
before
was alpha.
beta. This was alpha. Plus, the guy was running it on crap, and he was also recording it with crap. So, I mean, if I put some poo on your screen and then put some more poo on your screen, of course it's gonna look poo.
Yeah. And then Ballet Ballison says, anyway, I'm wondering if one can execute an ability like Sunfire. Oh, we answered this, didn't we?
Yes, we answered this,
We
and
answered this
aim
last week.
reply just in case. Um,
I'm just
Anything
looking through the
about
emails.
amounts of characters per an account?
Oh, so the meaning of like, can you have 10 characters?
Yeah.
I hope, because what I love doing, and this was one of my main things, is, and Dan, you can even say it, we loved to level, didn't we? We loved, when we started
Yeah.
off WoW and other MMOs, we loved the leveling aspect. The first time, not doing it like the 100th time.
Yeah.
And I want
Um,
to test out every other class, so hopefully you can have a lot.
Well, there's four classes, but I don't think the max will be four. I think what they'll do is definitely max it at five because a lot of people want to, like crafters, they want to be able to max out each crafting thing.
Exactly.
So I think the minimum they're going to do is five so that you can have one ultimate crafter at all. Plus, that covers all four classes. So,
I reckon, do you know how the game is just one massive server? I
yeah,
reckon, now this is just speculation, I reckon there'll be unlimited number of characters you could create.
I don't, because of names.
No, to some degree, you can't have like 100 on your account, but I mean like a high amount. Like you could have 10, and they could all be sorcerers, but they could all be spec'd to a certain degree.
Yeah, hope you only really. I reckon five will be a minimum. It could
Yeah,
be
I
up to
mean,
10. I don't think they'll do any more than that.
yeah,
But
I think that's it.
if they did less than five, you wouldn't be able to get all the craft, and less than four, you wouldn't get all the classes, and less than three, you wouldn't even get all the factions. So I can't imagine them doing that.
Exactly, and they have said that you won't be able to do opposite faction quests, so you want to be able to experience it. So, uh, I think that's it for this week, isn't it?
Um, it
Yeah,
says it's something comparable to what can be gotten from adventure zones and PvP, not the best in the game. I'm not sure what they're actually trying to say there.
I think he means the crafting when he says like, not all crafting gear won't be the
Oh,
best in the game.
here we go. Yeah, sorry, yeah, he was talking about that. It's something comparable to what can be gotten from adventure zones and PvP, not the best in the game. You're wrong, fine sir. It is the best in the game. That's what they've said.
Oh my god.
By you will actually be able to make things better than things that you find in adventure zones and PvP, and improve such items you find in adventure zones and PvP.
Yeah, so,
And if you don't believe us, I will link you the video of Paul Sage saying it, which we'll actually put in the video below.
alright. So, do you want to say anything, Dan, to conclude it?
Leave your questions again, and this time we'll actually find out what ones we're applying to before the end of the video.
So, guys, we're calling this one late because we're doing this one late. It's like now 11, so we do apologize.
But it's still this
It's
week.
still this week. You can't get back to us. So, guys, one thing before we go, make sure to check out our Twitch page and our website. They are now up and running, 100% functional. And follow us on Twitter below. Leave all your comments, likes, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And Dan, do you want to give us a good goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my fellow Elder Scrollianians. Goodbye.